an appearance on Running Wild with Bear Grylls in 2016, Friends star Courtney Cox revealed she regrets getting some filler. During her appearance on their survival skills reality TV show, Courtney Cox said, "Getting older is not the easiest, but I have learned lessons. I think I was trying to keep up with being older. I have done things I regret, and luckily there are things that dissolve and go away. So that's good, but that's not always my best look." She did let those things dissolve shortly after. Quite a bit later, in a 2022 interview with the Sunday Times, Courtney revealed that she thought she looked really strange after getting her procedures, and that what she had done to her face she would never do now. Kenny Rogers is an absolutely iconic man, known for hits like She Believes in Me and Don't Fall in Love with a Dreamer. The late singer has fans all over the world. Most fans were shocked when Rogers revealed a pretty major transformation in the early 2000s. His 2013 memoir, Luck or Something Like It, Rogers gives an explanation as to why he got the facial procedures done, saying that he did it because he was trying to keep up with the younger stars coming in and wanted a bit of a revamp. A 2012 visit to CBS This Morning echoed this sentiment. He also shared in this 2012 interview that he regrets it. He said, "I had the money to do it and I had time off and I regret that. But the truth is, I don't know what I would have looked like if I hadn't done it." The part that he has gone on record saying that he regrets the most was his eye job. This happened in a 2006 interview with People. He said that the eye job was too tight around the eyelids for him and that it drives him crazy. But he had found the humor in the situation thanks to friend Dolly Parton, the country queen herself and Rogers' duet partner on the hit track Islands in the Stream. Apparently, Dolly used to tease him about the various surgeries. In an interview with Anderson Cooper, Kenny Rogers confirms all of this, saying, "Dolly and I used to laugh about it. I think he looks just fine after, but I can understand why he might have been upset with the after pictures." Khloe Kardashian has famously admitted that she was not happy with some of her procedures, specifically the fillers she had done in her face in 2015. According to the Daily Mail, Khloe allegedly said, "It did not work for me, I looked crazy, and I still think the effects are in there. I went to have it all dissolved like 3 times. The fillers were done shortly before then-husband Lamar Odom's accident. Khloe revealed that when she had spoken to her doctor about the mess-up fillers, he said, "I think it's just too much was happening to your real emotions, so she tried to get the fillers dissolved." Khloe was overall not thrilled about the situation, saying, "It was a bummer and now I'm afraid to do it again, and I'm almost like I swear things are still in my face." The entire thing was a pretty major reveal to Kardashian-Jenner fans, as Khloe has adamantly denied having any filler in the past. Just recently, Khloe has confirmed that she has had a nose job and has one regret about it, that she didn't do it sooner. That was shared via her Twitter accounts. Cameron Diaz disliked the way Botox made her look. She revealed this fact in a 2014 interview with Entertainment Tonight. The star of Charlie's Angels and Shrek shared that she has tried Botox before, where it was like a tiny little touch of something. It changed her face in such a weird way. She'd rather see her face aging than a face that doesn't belong to her at all. She went on to say that she doesn't want to smooth out the smile lines because that means she's smiled her whole life. While Botox might not be the choice for Cameron Diaz, she has no judgment towards people who do choose to get Botox. Ariana Grande is in a similar boat. In her Vogue beauty secret tutorial that was posted to Vogue's YouTube on September 12, 2023, Ariana shared that she has had a ton of lip fillers over the years and Botox, but now she's over and done with it. Ariana has disclosed that she wants to now see herself age naturally. Like Cameron Diaz, Ariana Grande wants to see her well-earned cry lines and smile lines. She continued to share that she stopped all those procedures back in 2018 because, in her words, she felt like hiding because it felt too much. While she did seem to be done for now, she isn't ruling anything out for the future. She's leaving the door open for the possibility of a facelift, but not for a long time, like at least 10 years. But even then, it's only a maybe, so we'll check back in a decade. Star of The Hills, actress Heidi Montag has made many headlines, but specifically in the field of cosmetic surgery. She is known for undergoing 10 surgeries in one day in 2010. 10 in one day at age 23. For the face specifically, she had a brow lift, Botox, and a chin reduction, plus more. In a 2012 interview with Access Hollywood Live, Heidi revealed she was definitely way in over her head, and she only wanted a few enhancements and then it kind of got out of hand hand. Further going on to say, "I wasn't really told the repercussions and what would happen, emotionally and physically, and the pain I would be in. It was kind of a shock." As of that 2012 interview, Heidi hadn't received any additional work, wanting to focus on being healthy, alive, and strong in her words. Right after these surgeries, she was open to more, but that has changed, especially more recently. In a 2019 interview with Cosmopolitan, Heidi shared her 32-year-old perspective on things, saying, "I was way too young to make such life-changing decisions, and I was under so much pressure because it was the beginning of comment sections and negativity and hate on the internet." Being in the Hollywood spotlight is never easy, and I'm glad she has found peace with the situation. Jennifer Grey has regretted her nose job that she received in 1989, not necessarily because it didn't look good. I think she looks great either way. It's just when she changed her nose, it changed her whole face, and she was suddenly unrecognizable. This decision went on to hurt her career. She had just done the iconic film Dirty Dancing, yet she wasn't getting hired much after in Hollywood, probably because she looked so different. At least, that is what Jennifer Grey thinks. She said, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous," going further, saying, "I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job." Though it was hard for her to get roles, she wasn't completely out of the game. She had some guest appearances on Friends and House, as well as a few TV movies. She did famously win the 2010 season of Dancing with the Stars. Makes sense. Kylie Jenner has one of the most famous pouts in the world, making a considerable amount of money off the lip kits she created, so you can have one too. However, she hasn't always loved her lips. It's no secret that Kylie has had lip injections, but in a 2016 interview with Allure, and also her sister, Kim Kardashian, Kylie admitted that she definitely made her lips a little too big at one point. Kim agreeing with her. Kylie did explain herself, saying, "I got excited and I felt I needed to do a lot, and then you guys were like, 'Kylie, you need to chill,' and then I had to go back and have it fixed, and it was a crazy process. Thank God I didn't end up on Botched." She regrets going overboard with the filler, but not getting it in the first place. Kylie's lips have definitely become a main part of her brand now, and I think they look great, and she seems way happier with them now. Just recently, on March 8th, Kylie sat down with the New York Times and shared some insight how she feels now, saying, "It's just years and years of not feeling like my face or looks are accepted. There's nothing anyone could ever say now that would hurt me." Melanie Griffith is known for working girl Lolita and giving birth to Madam Web herself, Dakota Johnson. Love Dakota, but this ain't about her. Melanie Griffith sat down with Vanity Fair in 2017 to discuss life, love, and her past plastic surgeries. She said she hadn't noticed something was up with the procedures and the amount she was receiving until outside parties started pointing things out. Griffith shared she was hurt by constant comments like, "Oh my god, what has she done?" and decided to take matters into her own hands. She started visiting a different doctor to get everything fixed up. She went on to say, "I went to a different doctor and he started dissolving all of this stuff that this other doctor had put in. Hopefully, I look more normal now." I think she looks great and is rocking it on the red carpet. She has appeared alongside her daughter Dakota on a few and has been in a few films more recently, like The Disaster Artist. She was also in Stuart Little 2 as a little bird. That's not on topic or important at all, but it is important to me. Sharon Osbourne seriously regretted a 5-hour facelift she had back in 2021. In her own words, she thought she looked like a cyclops because one eye was different to the other. She was able to joke about the situation, saying, "All I need is a hunchback." The TV personality told the Sunday Times that the procedure was a full facelift and that she looked like one of those mummies that they wrap with bandages. It's a few years later though, and Sharon Osbourne, in my opinion, doesn't look like these descriptions at all. She looks great right now. Well, she was, and I cannot stress this enough, not very happy with the results, and neither was her husband, Ozzy Osbourne. He told her, "I don't care how much it costs, we'll get it redone." And she did. Sharon did have to wait until her face was fully healed before she could head back in the room, but eventually she was able to go back in and have everything corrected. Sharon is no stranger to cosmetic procedures and has openly spoken about the ones she's received in the past. While speaking to The Times, she revealed that she has had a tummy tuck, lifts to multiple body parts, breast implants, and Botox, as well as 3 facelifts. But it looks like Sharon Osbourne might be done with it all. In an interview with The Sun in April of 2023, she reveals that the previously mentioned disaster facelift has put me off and it frightens me. I really pushed it with the last facelift and I am now like, no more.
Erin Moriarty has become the new face, literally, of young celebrities giving into public perception and beauty standards, partly because the dichotomy found in her getting plastic surgery when her character, Starlight, in the show that launched her fame, The Boys, struggles with media attention on her body and face and receiving pressure to look a certain way and appease beauty standards. For fans of her character to see Erin undergo surgery for the exact thing Starlight was trying to run from, it caused a mass wave on social media. It became the epicenter of a conversation on young women being deeply affected by beauty standards and what features are deemed beautiful or not. Megyn Kelly recently did a news story with the Daily Wire's Michael Knowles calling plastic surgery a social illness. Kelly used Moriarty, who has received buccal fat removal, a chin and jaw shave surgery, a nose job, microblading, and lip injections as her example, saying more and more young women are doing this, referring to unnecessary plastic surgery on an already beautiful face. Kelly said, "It's not about an objection to plastic surgery, it's about an obsession with turning yourself into a fake version of yourself. I find it like a sign of mental illness. I really want to get into the heads of these young girls and say, please don't do this." Another fan base that was quick to point out the differences in their fave celeb was Noah Cyrus's. Noah Cyrus, who actually looked quite similar to her sister Miley and her mother Tish in her younger years, first went through a shocking visual change circa 2020. She debuted lip filler and cheek filler and microbladed eyebrows, as was the trend at the time in beauty, and it's something she's maintained as a visual sin. But in 2023, it looks like she went a step further when she got a nose job, as was pointed out by her fans after she attended the January 2023 Paris Fashion Week looking shockingly different. And now, in 2024, she has sparked rumors for buccal fat removal, as she's recently debuted uber gaunt cheeks, the current trend thanks to Ozempic as well. Someone who's also faced some commentary for looking different from their debut days is Kwan Nara. The former Hello Venus K-pop idol turned actress's plastic surgery controversy was sparked when photos from her junior high days were leaked online. There are some noticeable differences, primarily in the brow bone and nose area, which sparked discussions and some rumors about her having had plastic surgery. As the rumors escalated, she eventually addressed the speculation through a TV episode of Taxi. After the host admitted to having had plastic surgery himself on his nose and eyes, Nara explained, "I was shocked by my appearance at the beginning of my debut and have been consistently working on staying in shape ever since." She also insisted she never received plastic surgery, but that she's just been getting Botox for a long time. Despite her claim, plenty of her adoring fans did send messages of positivity and love, claiming even if she did have plastic surgery, as many still suspect she did, they weren't going to judge her for it. Reed Ewing, however, judged himself pretty harshly and shared how that affected his plastic surgery journey in the Huffington Post. The Modern Family actor expressed in an essay he had written about his heartbreaking battle with body dysmorphia. Ewing revealed that after moving to LA for bigger and better gigs, he became obsessed over what he perceived to be imperfections in his appearance as a man. That he wasn't handsome enough, chiseled enough, that these things would affect his career and his castability. His first plastic surgery as a result is at 19 when he gets cheek implants, which he described as incredibly painful both physically and emotionally. He had to wear a mask for weeks after the procedure, which led to him temporarily avoiding his home to avoid people knowing he had had it. Ewing claimed that the implants had actually made his face appear more gaunt because they defined his cheekbones rather than the actual cheek, and his second doctor then suggests a chin implant as a correction, instead of just removing the problem implants. Ewing got additional procedures, which led to more procedures, all in an effort to correct the prior ones. He had essentially become addicted to plastic surgery and explained that never once did a doctor recommend removing the things and just getting therapy. They always recommended doing more and more, feeding into the addiction and lining their own pockets. Reed has since sworn off plastic surgery in 2023, claiming it made him feel even more insecure and isolated than he did before he got any work done at all. Nikita Dragun needed plastic surgery to help her blossom into the woman that she is, but she too, like Reed, became addicted and fell into a pattern of unnecessary surgeries that chased down imagined imperfections. Nikita, who was born the male sex, transitioned to the female sex over the past decade and shared that journey online, earning millions of followers in the process with her bold and brash personality. But in 2018, Nikita decided to get real about another side of herself she wasn't documenting. To quote, "I recently broke this addiction," she expressed, "and I know that's a lot to take in, but let me explain." Nikita shared that the hardest part of her transition was her hormone therapy. The changes in her body resulted in her being critical of her appearance, suffering from body dysphoria, and and ultimately leading her to undergo more and more cosmetic procedures. Getting her brow bone and jaw shaved, she got 4 nose jobs, she got Botox, she got breast implants, which required more surgery to fix the complications with the breast tissue following. To quote, "I felt this immense pressure to need to pass, to need to be a woman, to need to feel this level of confidence, so I was really in this dark place where I had to look in the mirror and stop myself from wanting to change everything because it got to the point where I didn't even know why I was doing the surgeries anymore," she explained. Thankfully, the starlet has recovered from her addiction and continues to be an advocate for transgender youth and those with plastic surgery addictions. Crystal Hefner also came clean about her plastic surgery addiction and how it was shaped too by the unrealistic pressures put on women to fit certain parameters of beauty, or otherwise they'd be deemed unwomanly. As a Playboy model and one of Hugh Hefner's wives, Crystal Hefner felt that she was expected to look a certain way, explaining years later, "I don't know whether I felt empowered by dressing scantily clad, showing cleavage, etc., or if I just felt it was expected of me or what," she shared on Instagram. Whatever the reasons were, Hefner had a variety of surgeries performed on her, which eventually took a toll on her health. Her breast implants caused memory loss, spatial disorientation, migraines, and fatigue, and a fat transfer surgery almost cost her life. After all her negative experiences with cosmetic alterations and exhausted of maintaining the Hefner image after the dirtbag's death, Crystal opted for a more natural look, both in real life and on social media. To quote her, "I removed everything fake from my body and I deleted all my old photos. I am more authentic, vulnerable, and I feel I belong more to myself." She further explained she had concerns about who would stick around with her account moving in that new direction. "As I saw followers drop by the thousands every day, I was in the red. I was watching girls that had similar pages keep posting the same scantily clad stuff and growing exponentially while I tanked hard. But in the end, while she initially lost followers, her numbers eventually rebounded into a fan base that respected her authenticity." This next influencer once gave an Instagram shout out to a plastic surgeon. It's Sophia Richie. The plastic surgeon she shouted out in question was celebrity Jason Diamond, to whom she accredited, "Thank you for always taking care of me." Though Sophia, 29 at the time, didn't specify what work she'd had done, Dr. Rodriguez, who's a board-certified internal medicine physician, suggests based off her age and her facial changes during aging, to quote, "Sophia has likely received a rhinoplasty, lip fillers, and under-eye filler, and maybe chin filler. As for her wrinkle-free skin, probably Botox injections or laser treatments." Speaking of barely there adjustments made through plastic surgery, Hailey Bieber has had some sneaky subtle style of work done on her as well. Most of the young celebs nowadays, it's very subtle. Or do you not remember the iconic Kanye 2022 moment where for no reason during social media rant he aired out the fact Hailey had a rhinoplasty, calling her nose job Hailey Bald Loose? The model, 27, vehemently denied it at the time, but the rumor's been following her forever, and understandably so when past and present pictures are lined up. According to Dr. Ramtin Kassir, founder of Kassir Plastic Surgery, he thinks she got work done specifically around her eyes. To quote, "She likely had a blepharoplasty, aka a brow lift, or some expertly injected Botox around the brows." Another starlet who had blink and you miss it minor plastic surgery was Dove Cameron. There's no denying this one. The Descendants star, 28, has been acting since 8, so it's not surprising her look would evolve, but her acid changes suggest more than just growing up. Dove really looks like how she did when she was younger, just if you also happen to grab the skin around her temple and upper cheekbone area and yank it back towards her hairline. Dove has gotten a rhinoplasty as well as upper blepharoplasty, as her eyelids are no longer as hooded, claims Dr. Carlos Rodriguez, director of Skinny Med Spa. He also threw in the speculation her lips may have filler, but he can't determine that as a factor of age or not, unlike very obvious brow lift. And last up is a celebrity whose subtle surgery combos became not so subtle when paired together. It's actually Miley Cyrus. Pair up her buccal fat removal, the big veneers with lip filler, eyebrow lift, and her newest diet of Ozempic, and you got a Miley Cyrus that looks like a permanently surprised Tim Burton character. This exact cocktail is what almost all our adored female celebrities have had done in the recent years. It's a surefire winner, and it highlights all the features most popular in bone structure and faces right now. But that's the thing, Just because a feature's popular doesn't mean you can make it suit your face. Take Cyrus's notoriously soft cheeks and round face. It's completely genetic. You see them on both her parents and her siblings, but Miley decided to suck the buccal fat out and expose her cheekbones, which her face isn't really meant to do. It's caused the singer to look extremely gaunt. It clashes with her newest set of veneers, which they themselves are a whole other problem because they're too big for her mouth. You haven't noticed she's always had it open recently? I think she's playing it off well as an aesthetics thing, but it genuinely seems like it's just uncomfortable for Miley Cyrus to have her mouth closed around those giant veneers. You can even see the difference between them and her authentic teeth photographed in years prior. Meanwhile, up top, Miley did an eyebrow lift, which is to help her cheekbones not look so much gaunt as delicate, but it didn't really take. Instead, Miley is given a distinctly surprised and skeletal looking face, and since her cheeks were drained and her eyebrows yanked back, her eyes are looking larger than life in the middle. While the singer's newest 70s style aesthetic, 70s country blend aesthetic is helping carry these newly augmented features, as is her stylist. You know, the big coiffed hair distracts from the yanked back eyebrows, slinky 70s dresses distract from an alarmingly thin Ozempic frame, etc, etc. There's no denying Miley's had some very in-your-face work done on, well, her face.
Start off with a star who needs no introduction, the incomparable Adele. Known for her powerful voice and moving lyrics, Adele has captured hearts worldwide. Today, it's not just her voice that's got everyone talking. The Grammy-winning singer stunned fans by unveiling her new look. After a significant weight loss journey, Adele is almost unrecognizable. Her transformation was a testament to her determination and commitment to personal growth and wellness. How did you feel when you saw Adele's incredible fitness transformation journey? I personally am obsessed that she's taking care of herself, loving herself, as we all should. Did it inspire you guys to embark on your own fitness journey? Let us know in the comments. Her journey towards a healthier lifestyle began after the birth of her son when she wanted to be a healthy and present mother. Since then, she's been on a gradual journey of self-improvement, making small lifestyle changes that have led to remarkable results. Adele's transformation has been a mix of diet and exercise, but always emphasizes the importance of self-love activity. She's never been one to conform to societal standards of beauty and encourages others to do the same. Adele's transformation is not just physical. She's also achieved incredible success in her music career with numerous Grammy Awards and record-breaking album sales. She's established herself as one of the most talented and influential artists of our time. But beyond her musical achievements, Adele is also a proud advocate for mental health awareness. She's opened up about her struggles with postpartum depression and regularly uses her platform to shed light on important mental health issues. There's no doubt you're familiar with this next celeb on our list, Liam Payne. His unforgettable voice graced our speakers for years, but today we're not discussing his music. Let's talk about something that has fans buzzing worldwide. Pictures of Liam emerged online that had us all doing a double take. The singer looks drastically different, and the internet has been abuzz speculation about his surgery. There's no official confirmation of any surgery, but I mean, come on. Once you see the older pics and videos of him, there's no doubt the former 1D band member had some done, right? But why? As we all know, pressure of fame and societal expectations can be overwhelming, especially for young celebrities like Liam. The constant scrutiny and criticism can take a toll on one's self-esteem and body image. Unfortunately, this is not a new issue in the entertainment industry. Many artists have felt pressured to conform to certain beauty standards, leading them to go under the knife. What does this say about our society and its obsession with perfection? Counting down to one of the most renowned faces in the fashion industry, Bella Hadid. Now, Bella's striking features and unique look have been the subject of much speculation, with rumors swirling about her potentially having undergone. But before we delve in, we gotta remember this video isn't about judgment, but rather a discussion around beauty standards and the choices celebrities might make under societal pressure. To begin our exploration, let's rewind a bit. Bella's early pictures show a beautiful, natural young girl with distinctive facial features. Fast forward a few years, and we see some noticeable changes. Her jawline appears more defined, her cheekbones higher, and her eyes somewhat more cat-like. Many experts believe these changes could point to specific procedures like brow lift, rhinoplasty, or cheek jawline contour. However, it's important to mention that Bella has consistently denied having any plastic surgery, attributing her changing looks to makeup techniques and natural aging. Ultimately, the truth remains known only to Bella herself. Irrespective of whether Bella Hadid has had plastic surgery or not, the critical takeaway is that everyone has the right to feel beautiful in their skin, and it's a deeply personal choice. It's worth noting that Bella is not the only celebrity who has faced criticism over potential plastic surgery. In fact, it's become a common topic of discussion in the entertainment industry, with many stars feeling pressured to maintain a certain appearance in order to succeed. This pressure can lead to extreme measures, including going under the knife. Next on our list is the Baywatch beauty, Pamela Anderson. Knowing for her stunning looks and phenomenal acting, Pamela Anderson has been a household name since she graced our screens. However, recent years have seen her undergo a significant plastic surgery transformation, leaving her almost unrecognizable. From her early years in the spotlight, Pamela always had a knockout appearance, but her recent foray into plastic surgery has stunned fans worldwide. Sources suggest numerous procedures including breast implants, fillers, a possible facelift, and even eyelid surgery. Pamela Anderson's transformation has sparked a discussion on society's unrealistic beauty standards and the pressure to maintain a certain image in the entertainment industry. Many have criticized the media for their relentless scrutiny of celebrities' physical appearances, leading them to feel like they need to constantly alter their looks. Others argue that plastic surgery is a personal choice and should not be judged. After all, if a person is unhappy with their appearance and has the means to change it, who are we to judge? But whether we agree or not with Pamela Anderson's decision to go under the knife, one thing is clear: she remains an iconic figure in Hollywood, and her talent and charisma continue to shine through. None other than the fashion queen herself. Next, Donatella Versace. Known for her extravagant style and flamboyant persona, Donatella has been a force to reckon with fashion world. But if you've seen older photos of her, you might have noticed a dramatic change in her. Yeah, we're talking about the power of surgery. From her sharper nose to her fuller lips, Donatella looks almost unrecognizable compared to her earlier days. Yet she remains a fashion icon unapologetically herself and indifferent to the critics. So what's your take on Donatella's transformation? We want to hear from you, so leave your thoughts in the comments section below. Donatella's transformation through plastic surgery is not uncommon in the fashion industry. In fact, it has become quite a norm for celebrities and high-profile individuals to undergo cosmetic procedures to enhance their appearance. But Donatella's journey with plastic surgery goes beyond just physical alterations. She's openly discussed her struggle with addiction and how it affected her self-confidence and body image. Plastic surgery was not just a way to fix her features, but also a way to regain control and boost her self-esteem. Despite criticism from some who argue that she's lost her natural beauty, Donatella remains unapologetic about her choices. In an interview with The Guardian, she stated, "I don't want to look like everyone else. I would hate it. Don't want to be the victim of a beauty trend." That's one way to cope. Next, Kim Basinger. The Academy Award-winning actress who has been a staple of Hollywood glamour and talent for decades, Kim Basinger. Basinger has been making headlines for her dramatically altered appearance, leading some to speculate that she's undergone cosmetic surgery. Experts believe that such transformations can be attributed to a combination of factors including aging, lifestyle changes, and cosmetic procedures. Regardless of how much she may or may not have changed, one thing is certain: Kim Basinger remains a force to be reckoned with in Hollywood. Now on to the next celebrity on our list, Tori Spelling. Just looking at her before and after pictures, it's clear to see that Tori's transformation is quite significant. From her ever-changing hairstyles to her evolving fashion sense, and even reported cosmetic surgeries, which by the way she's been pretty open about. Critics and fans alike are speculating about the potential surgeries she might have undergone, as some of her photos reveal a transformation that makes her almost unrecognizable. Break down what we know and discuss how these changes are in Tori and the larger conversation about celebrity cosmetic procedures. Tori Spelling's transformation has been a hot topic. The actress and reality TV star has always been in the public eye, but her appearance has noticeably changed over time. While she has never openly discussed any cosmetic procedures, speculations have only grown stronger as photos of her looking dramatically different continue to surface. One of the biggest changes that people have noticed is Tori's slimmer figure. In the past, she's openly struggled with her weight and even documented her journey to lose baby weight on her reality show. However, in recent years, it seems that Tori has achieved a much thinner and toned physique. Many have speculated that this could be due to liposuction or other body contours. Another noticeable change in Tori's appearance is her facial features. Her face appears more angular and defined, leading many to believe she may have had some sort of surgery on her jaw or cheekbones. Some experts even suggest she may have gotten a non-surgical nose job using fillers. Anyway, next up, Melanie Griffith, who's been a prominent figure in the film industry for many years, but she's been the center of attention for a different reason: her appearance. Melanie, who has never shied away from discussing her appearances with cosmetic procedure, has undergone surgery, and the results have left many fans surprised. She looks practically unrecognizable, sparking a wave of comments online about the dramatic transformation. Melanie has always embraced aging with grace and honesty, and her decisions about cosmetic surgery have been no exception. Whatever the public opinion may be, it's important to remember that at the end of the day, Melanie's choices about her body are her own, as are everyone else's about their own. Lara Flynn Boyle. Next, we're diving into the story of a Hollywood starlet who's been the talk of Tinseltown. We're talking about none other than Lara Flynn Boyle. With her high cheekbones, piercing eyes, and captivating screen presence, Boyle won our hearts in iconic roles in the 90s and early 2000s. However, recent years, Boyle has stepped out of the public eye, and when she returned, fans noticed a significant transformation. The rumors swirled about possible cosmetics procedures. Lara Flynn Boyle's drastically altered appearance shocked fans and ignited a dialogue about the pressures of maintaining youthful looks in Hollywood. Some speculated that Boyle succumbed to the pressure of society's beauty standards and underwent extreme measures to alter her appearance. Others argue that she was simply aging naturally, but the scrutiny and criticism from the public took a toll on her self-esteem. And on to the iconic actor who carved his place in Hollywood with roles like Rocky Balboa and John Rambo. He's been stirring up a lot of chatter with his latest appearance. Stallone, always recognized for his distinct, rugged looks and muscular physique, seemed almost unrecognizable after undergoing cosmetic procedure. Fans were taken aback as the actor's signature features seemed to have undergone a significant change. This drastic transformation left many wondering, is this really the Sylvester Stallone we've come to know and love? It's not uncommon for celebrities to undergo cosmetic procedures in an effort to maintain their youthful appearance. However, Stallone's transformation sparked a debate on the pressures of ageism and unrealistic beauty standards in Hollywood. Despite being 77 years old, the actor felt the need to alter his appearance in order to fit into society's narrow definition of beauty.
First up, we have Joan Van Ark. Once a leading face of primetime soaps, Joan Van Ark underwent several adjustments, including rhinoplasty and cheek augmentation that resulted in disastrous results. The Dallas and Knots Landing star, now 76, has gone through several surgeries and procedures that removed all gracefulness of her aging. Van Ark has received everything from Botox, lip fillers, lip augmentation, eyelid reconstruction. Users on Reddit were shocked by her new appearance. One user saying, quote, "White people and various members of the Jackson family have got to stop this madness. And the plastic surgery is horrible, and the makeup is not helping her at all," another user says. "Why does it look so metallic? Poor woman." Next up, we have Bobby Norris. Bobby Norris is an English television actor known for his appearances on The Only Way is Essex. Despite rumors of a facelift and chin reduction, the 35-year-old Norris has actually had minimal work done. But the procedure that he has done is just so bizarre that it took the world by surprise. The reality star underwent a beard transplant, which has made his cheeks noticeably overfilled and puffy. This cosmetic change rendered him unrecognizable and made a negative impact on his career. Recently, Bobby made news when he was in a serious motorcycle accident last November. He is thought to have suffered nasty head injuries after the accident when he landed on his head and was treated by emergency services who rushed to the scene. A source told The Sun, quote, "Bobby was crossing the road when a motorbike came out of nowhere. He was sent flying up in the air and landed on his head after being driven straight into at speed. It was a shocking sight for those who were close by when it happened. Police arrived at the scene, as did a paramedic on a bike, who then called for an ambulance. He was quickly taken to a UCLH hospital for tests." Our next celebrity is Courtney Cox. American actress, producer, and director Courtney Cox is notoriously recognized by the excessive and unfortunately disastrous procedures that she has done to her face. Well known for her role in the hit TV show Friends, the now 57-year-old actress has undergone a facelift and several filler injections around the cheeks, lips, and eyes. Courtney has since expressed her regret for the treatments. She had all her filler dissolved in 2017 since she felt she did not look like herself, and has admitted that she has, quote, "messed up when it came to using fillers." The Friends star opened up in the Los Angeles podcast saying it was, quote, "a domino effect that she hadn't realized she looked a little off. You look in the mirror and go, oh, that looks good," she says. "You don't realize what it looks like to be the outside person." Next up, we have Jennifer Grey. Grey went under the knife and had a nose job after shooting to fame in Dirty Dancing, but she later admitted that it changed her look a bit too much when it came to her acting career. The Mirror quoted her as saying in 2012, "I went into the operating room a celebrity and came out anonymous. It was the nose job from hell. I'll always be this once famous actress nobody recognizes because of a nose job. The two surgeries, which Grey refers to as schnozageddon, took place after Grey starred as Baby Houseman opposite Patrick Swayze in the 1987 smash hit Dirty Dancing. After Dirty Dancing, I was America's sweetheart, she says, which you would think would be the key to unlocking all my hopes and dreams. But it didn't go down that way, she says in her new memoir. Grey recalls that after Dirty Dancing, there was still not a surplus of parts for actresses who looked like me. She was apparently told that her nose was a quote problem, with one plastic surgeon wondering after watching Dirty Dancing why she hadn't had a nose job before. My so-called problem wasn't really a problem for me, she says, but since it seemed to be a problem for other people and it didn't appear to be going away anytime soon, by default it became my problem. She writes, it was as plain as the nose on my face. After consulting her mother and 3 plastic surgeons, Grey underwent 2 rhinoplasty surgeries to quote fine-tune her nose. A second surgery was meant to correct an irregularity caused by the first surgery, but left her nose truncated and dwarfed, rendering Grey practically unrecognizable to people that she had known for years. Next up we have Priscilla Presley. Priscilla Presley, American businesswoman and former wife, of course, of Elvis, has received various procedures since being married to the late king of rock and roll. At 75, she had admitted to getting botched silicone cheek injections by a phony doctor. She also received repeated laser and Botox treatments, resulting in the waxy appearance of her new face. Priscilla has been in the headlines recently as her story is now being told on screen in the new film Priscilla, starring Jacob Elordi as Elvis. The film shows us the cracks in Elvis's Prince Charming veneer, the way he lavishes Priscilla with attention and then suddenly withholds it. Life at Graceland was lonely for her in those first years. Priscilla admitted to Closer Weekly in 2017. Elvis's controlling manager, Colonel Tom Parker, didn't want it known that his valuable client Elvis had a steady girlfriend, for fear that fans would give up their own hopes of being with Elvis and would stop buying records. And there weren't even any pictures of the pair allowed around the house. Parker was quote kind to her, Priscilla added, but he just didn't want fans to know that I was in the picture. And yet sometimes Elvis picked her up from school in a limo and flew her out to LA when he was making movies. It was a lifestyle so dangerous, Priscilla told People in 1978, that I'm just thankful I've come out sane. Next up we have Heidi Montag. Back in 2010, the reality star traveled from California to her parents' home in Colorado to undergo an extensive list of cosmetic procedures. Heidi has had some really drastic surgery done and famously underwent 10 procedures in one single day. It sounds crazy when you think about how difficult that would be to recover from, considering it was all done at the same exact time. Heidi had her surgery day in late 2009, which included breast implants, making her an F cup, a brow lift, a nose job, lipo on her stomach and thighs, and a butt augmentation. The drastic photos of her new appearance hit the headlines in March of 2010, and the world was more than a little shocked. But 3 years later, Heidi admitted to Us magazine she actually had really big regrets and health problems as a result. Quote, I just didn't realize what I was really signing up for. It just sounds so minor when you have a surgeon describing so much of it to you. She also said that at the time she wasn't fully aware of the recovery time and the mental strain that would put on her, and she claims her surgeon left this out on purpose. She went on to have some of the work reversed, but mostly maintained her current look. Our next celebrity is Tara Reid. The American Pie star was one of Hollywood's it girls in the late 1990s and early 2000s. But while she was at the pinnacle of success in her career, she was also going through various issues stemming from botched plastic surgery, and she ended up missing out on a whole bunch of roles because of it. Tara claimed that in 2004, breast implants and liposuction surgeries left her with disfigurements that damaged her career. She told Us Weekly, quote, my stomach became the most ripply, bulgy thing. I had a hernia, this huge bump next to my belly button. As a result, I couldn't wear a bikini. I lost a lot of work. Tara said that after the procedure, she knew something was wrong when it came to her breast implants, but she was 6 months post-op when she realized that it had been terribly botched. Quote, the actual center part where the areola is, instead of being a circle, it turned out to be a large square. It was horrifying. She also went through an infamous wardrobe malfunction at Diddy's 35th birthday party in 2004, which resulted in her body going viral, which left her devastated. Tara said she cried and begged photographers not to release the photos because the last thing she wanted to happen was to have the whole world see it. Next we have Khloe Kardashian. The Keeping Up with the Kardashians star is known for being the funniest and most laid back of all her sisters, but over the years fans have seen a drastic change in her appearance that can only be put down to plastic surgery. While she isn't too outspoken when it comes to her past procedures, she has opened up once before about the reason behind her choice to go under the knife. Quote, for me, everybody says, oh my gosh, she's had her 3rd face transplant, but I've had 1 nose job, and everyone gets so upset. Like, why don't I talk about it? No one's ever asked me. She also revealed that she has done injections, but not really Botox, because when she tried it, her face responded horribly to it. But all the surgery was probably because of something deeper. In fact, later in an episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe explained how she experienced body image insecurity when doing photo shoots with her sisters, saying they would receive racks and racks of clothes, and I was told by so many different stylists I was given about 2 or 3 pieces of clothing, but not to worry because I would be in the background anyway, which is pretty unfortunate because being treated like that would honestly upset anybody. Our final 2 celebs are combined. They are the Olsen twins. Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen were child stars in the 90s, appearing on the hit show Full House. But after their success as child stars, they stepped away from Hollywood and began experimenting with drinking and substance use. Also, plastic surgery. They used to be cute. Now they look like moms that smoke a lot, one Reddit user said. Another saying, maybe it's just me, but they look like those Easter Island giant head statues. First is Heather Locklear. Heather is an American actress famous for her role as Amanda Woodward on Melrose Place, for which she received 4 consecutive Golden Globe nominations for Best Actress. She's also known for her role as Sammy Jo Carrington on Dynasty from 1981 to 1989, her first major television role. The star looks almost unrecognizable today and has clearly had some work done. Although extremely successful in her prime, the actress has had a troubled time in recent years, having been arrested more than once. In 2019, it was reported that the actress was ordered to spend 30 days in a rehab facility. She was also pulled over in September 2008 on suspicion of driving under the influence. Our next celebrity is, of course, the human Ken doll. This is one of the most unique looking people I have honestly ever seen. He literally looks like a Barbie doll. At the age of 17, Justin Jedlicka, his real name, began to research his first cosmetic procedure, rhinoplasty. Inspired by watching lifestyles of the rich and famous as a teen, Jedlicka saw body contouring and cosmetic surgery as emblematic of the wealthy, glamorous lifestyles that he sought to emulate. His parents did not approve of cosmetic enhancements, and Jedlicka was forced to wait until he could legally make the choice for himself. 4 days after his 18th birthday, Jedlicka underwent his first cosmetic procedure to reconstruct his nose. As of 2012, Jedlicka had undergone approximately 190 cosmetic procedures. That's crazy. These have included rhinoplasty, chest implants, shoulder implants, bicep implants, tricep implants, brow shaving and lifts, cheek augmentations, subpectoral implants, glutoplasty, and lip augmentations. He has appeared in the 1st, 6th, and 7th seasons of Botched. But Justin hasn't always looked like this. I actually found old photos of him as a teenager, and you can see a bit of resemblance, but boy has he changed. Next up, we have Khloe Kardashian. Looking back at the first few seasons of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe looks unrecognizable to what she looks like today. Khloe said that she always felt like an outcast, stating she felt like the fat, ugly sister. She once rushed to tell her team to take down a photo off her Instagram that she felt was really unflattering. She later commented on the situation, saying, "In truth, the pressure, constant ridicule, and judgment my entire life to be perfect and meet other standards of how I should look has been too much to bear, she continued in her statement before recounting some of the unkind comments she has received. Chloe is the fat sister. Chloe is the ugly sister. Her dad must not be her real dad because she looks so different. The only way she could have lost that weight must have been from surgery. Chloe, girl, you look beautiful before and now. Just a bit different. Jonah Hill is another celebrity who looks completely unrecognizable. After taking a hiatus from acting, Jonah lost a significant amount of weight and fans went wild for his new appearance on Twitter, with one person writing, "Sheesh, Jonah Hill got small as bleep. He looks like Tom Hanks from Castaway," another person joked. A third fan added, "He's a changed man." The Hollywood star has seen his weight fluctuate over the years and previously admitted that being overweight as a kid messed me up. He said in his Netflix documentary Stutz, "When I was a kid, exercise and diet was framed to me as like, there's something wrong with how you look. But never once was exercise and diet propositioned to me in terms of mental health. I just wish that was presented to people differently." Jonah said his 21 Jump Street co-star Channing Tatum encouraged him to hire a nutritionist and personal trainer back in 2011. Speaking in an episode of The Tonight Show, he said, "I called Channing Tatum and said, hey, if I ate less and go to a trainer, will I get in better shape? And Channing said, yes, dummy, of course you will. It's the simplest thing in the entire world." Alright guys, this next story is a bit disturbing. Iranian TikToker Sahar Tabar, also known as the zombie Angelina Jolie, posted photos of her in zombie makeup that went viral on Instagram. And get this, she was sentenced to prison for 10 years because of, quote, corruption and blasphemy. But Tabar was released after serving just 14 months and has now shown her natural self to the world. And she looks quite a bit different than her zombie Angelina Jolie look. Cyberspace was an easy way. It was much easier than becoming an actor, she said. The 21-year-old now wants to stop using Photoshop and has expressed regret at posting the photos. She added, "My mother was telling me to stop, but I didn't listen. Sometimes the words of a stranger or a friend can be more important than those of a parent." The 21-year-old said she is never downloading Instagram again after having a nightmare 14 months in Iran's toughest prison. Wow. Lil' Kim is another celebrity who has become unrecognizable through plastic surgery, and the before and after photos are intense. According to E! News, Kim's team finally spoke out after taking offense to a blog post. "We would like to inform fans, the media, and the general public that this is nothing more than the blog site doing its best to conjure up much needed publicity. And what better way to do so than to take an American music icon and create a fictitious platform in which to disrespect and humiliate." A rep for Kim said, "We at Team Lil' Kim are not taking this lying down and are taking this matter very seriously." Although Kim's team seemed to dismiss these rumors, plastic surgeon Dr. Jennifer Levine and also the rest of the internet thinks the rapper has had quite a few enhancements. "It's clear that there has been some skin bleaching," Levine told US Weekly. "She's probably used chemicals which contain very high doses of acids on her face, combined with high acid creams to lighten her skin. The surgeon also believes Kim has had her facial features altered, and the rapper's eyes show some of the most noticeable changes." Lil' Kim opened up about her nose job during a radio station interview in 2005. She explained that a boyfriend broke her nose and the surgery was done to restore her appearance after the injury. Next up we have Michael Jackson, the king of pop. The superstar not only changed his face, but his skin color as well. Jackson's skin has been medium brown during his youth, but from the mid-1980s it gradually grew paler. The change drew widespread media coverage, including speculations that he had been bleaching his own skin. Jackson's dermatologist Arnold Klein said he observed in 1983 that Jackson had vitiligo, a condition characterized by patches of the skin losing their pigment. He diagnosed Jackson with lupus that year as well, and with vitiligo in 1986. Vitiligo's drastic effects on the body can cause psychological distress. Jackson used fair-colored makeup and possibly skin-bleaching prescription creams to cover up the uneven blotches of color caused by the illness. The creams would have further lightened his skin, and with the application of makeup, he could appear very pale. Media reports state Jackson had extensive surgery on his nose. Surgeons speculated he also had a forehead lift, cheekbone surgery, and also altered his lips even more. Jackson, however, said that he had a dimple created in his chin, attributed attributing the other changes in the structure of his face to puberty, a strict vegetarian diet, weight loss, a change in hairstyle, and stage lighting. He also denied the allegations that he had altered his eyes. Next on the list, we have Miley Cyrus. We all know Miley from Disney Channel's Hannah Montana, but when Miley broke the internet with her Wrecking Ball music video, her image will be forever changed. In the video, Miley can be seen nakedly swinging on a wrecking ball with her hair shaved and bleached platinum blonde. Miley came under fire for the video, tabloids saying she has sold her soul and is corrupting her young fans. In 2013, Miley Cyrus shocked pretty much everybody when performing in a nude bra and underwear and grinding on Robin Thicke during her MTV Music Video Awards set. But possibly no one was more stunned than Will Smith and his two kids, Jaden and Willow Smith. Their reaction to Cyrus's performance quickly went viral online, and not only was the Smith family traumatized, but Miley as well. In 2020, Miley revealed that she was left unable to wear shorts or skirts in public after some viewers of her VMAs performance body shamed her by circulating memes that compared her to a turkey. Yikes. I basically went through 2 or 3 years where I wouldn't wear shorts, she said on Instagram Live. I stopped wearing skirts on stage. Alrighty, our final celebrity on the list is Mr. Justin Bieber, JB. Perhaps the most famous pop star of our generation, Justin has gone through a variety of looks during his career, but none as prominent as his 2014 descent into addiction. The sweet, innocent, baby-faced Bieber quickly turned into a rugged, shaggy-haired, tired-looking man. Sadly, Justin had some troubled times from 2014 until 2018. Let's quickly go through JB's troubled timeline. In January 2014, Bieber was charged with driving under the influence in Miami. Bieber was found guilty in June 2015 of careless driving again. In 2016, Bieber was accused of allegedly punching a fan in Barcelona. Video of the incident appeared to show the singer's hand making contact with the young man's face, which was bloodied after the fan leaned into Bieber's vehicle. But earlier, in 2013, the most infamous Bieber scandal occurred when leaked footage shows Justin urinating in a mop bucket in public, then spraying a photo of Bill Clinton with cleaning fluid and saying F Bill Clinton. Yikes.
Number 10. Kendall Jenner. Now, there have been rumors about the Kardashian crew getting cosmetic surgery since the moment that they first appeared on screen. Each and every member of this family has been accused of having either a nose job or cheek fillers, but Kendall has one noticeable difference that stands out from the rest of her family. In side-by-sides, Kendall's eyes are actually larger than they once were, as well as more almond-shaped. Several doctors have chimed in online and claimed that there's no way she could achieve this look just by using makeup, unless, there's some special magical substance that yanks your face back, which probably exists, but it's suspicious, which is basically what a ponytail facelift is, so it's really the only real explanation. Number 9. Selena Gomez. The former Wizards of Waverly Place star has been dodging surgery rumors left and right for a very long time. Fans have noticed her face changing over the years. Side-by-sides from her Disney days till now show drastic changes in her facial features. Not only does she clearly have some kind of cheek fillers, but her eyes are a lot more cat-like than the original form. Selena has admitted to using skincare products in the past, designated to enhance features without the need of invasive surgeries. However, no foundation on this earth can give Selena the features that she currently has. It comes as no surprise to learn that Selena is actually a spokesperson for several beauty and cosmetic brands and has adamantly denied that she has received any major surgeries over the years. She's been shutting down rumors left and right for a very long time, even deleting photos from her Instagram because they received such massive slews of negative comments. Now, while it's never been confirmed if she's actually received any kind of work, just watching her on screen is enough to prove that the young Alex Russo that a lot of people grew up with has vanished into thin air. Number 8. Bella Hadid. Bella is actually one of the main reasons that this surgery is becoming so popular. When you compare photos of Bella 10 years ago to the ones that are taken this year, it is night and day. Not only have her cheeks noticeably shrunken and become more toned, but her eyes are a lot more almond-shaped, and Bella was one of the first people to openly admit to receiving this treatment as a way to further enhance her already obvious beauty. Bella has been drenched in plastic surgery rumors for a long time, and in 2018 she clapped back at her so-called haters, telling them that she was horrified of what plastic surgery could do to her face. While this ponytail surgery is not the most extreme surgery there is, it's still an invasive one, and it's one of the more sensitive areas of your face to take care of, but that's okay as long as nothing gets, injected into your eyeballs, right? Everything's fine. Number 7, Nicki Minaj. When it comes to Nicki Minaj and plastic surgery, she only has one response: "What's good, Miley?" No, she denies it. Rumors have been flying around since the moment she first appeared on our screens and stages, and over the years, fans claim to have inside information that Nicki has received cheek implants, both on her face and on her backside, with one of her closest friends turning on her in 2013 and claiming that she was given the 411 on the big old buns. But as with many things involved with her looks, Nicki denies any enhancements of any kind. However, it doesn't take a super sleuth to realize that she has totally received some kind of work, right? Whether it's plastic surgery or not, she just looks different. Side by sides show that Nicki didn't have these naturally almond eyes like she has now when she first appeared on our screens. She may have never confirmed the surgery with her lips, but most certainly did with her face, because it looks different. Number 6, Ariana Grande. We have accepted that the former Nickelodeon star may have had some subtle procedures such as fillers, maybe some rhinoplasty. The jury's still out on whether she had a nose job, as Ariana has never confirmed this and actually went as far as denying it on Twitter, although she does have a habit of sometimes editing her nose on Instagram, so who knows? But we can't ignore the changes that we've seen this year. The singer has been rumored to have even more cosmetic surgeries towards the end of this year, causing her to look unrecognizable. The redhead that we loved on Victorious and Sam and Cat seems like a totally different person. Ariana's eyes are more almond shaped, she has dimples in her cheeks when she smiles, and she never used to have. Ariana has never confirmed if she's received surgery or not, but the face that we know and love is hidden behind a new Ariana. Number 5, Kim Basinger. Kim Basinger is a former model whose face has looked suspiciously smooth and wrinkle free in recent years, leaving many to believe that she has had some kind of work done. A few years ago, a plastic surgeon named Dr. Omar Tillo weighed in on it to express, and he said that he thinks that she's received Botox, cat eye surgery, and dermal fillers. He claims that if you look at previous photos, you can see apparent lines and wrinkles around Kim's eyes, and these could be treated with anti-wrinkle injectables like Botox. She has also clear lines around her mouth area, which could be the result of being smoothed out with dermal fillers. Kim's skin is also much fresher and has more of a complexion. This could be due to several factors like laser treatments. A second expert named Reza Nazab agreed and added that he believed that she might have also had a fat transfer or a facelift. This could explain the almond-shaped eyes behind the massive cheeks. Back in 2012, Kim's daughter, Ireland Baldwin, insisted that her mother had not received any plastic surgery while calling her the most naturally beautiful woman that there ever was or will be. Ladies, if you want to avoid any Botox, any other skin treatments, just listen to Ireland's mom. She hasn't had one treatment done because she stayed completely out of the sun all those years. She wrote it on an Instagram post. Kim herself has never addressed speculation surrounding her looks. Number 4, Catherine Zeta-Jones. When she attended the premiere of Entrapment in June 1999, she had the beginnings of crow's feet, especially when she smiled. But as the years went by, it seemed like those crow's feet vanished into thin air. And by the time this past year rolled around, she made a return to the mainstream, starring as Morticia Addams in the Netflix series Wednesday. She was a completely different human being, according to fans. Her skin was so smooth and her eyes were smaller than they once were, looking exactly like you would picture a person with fresh cat eye surgery to look like. Catherine was rumored to have received surgery after she was photographed entering a clinic in Beverly Hills, and she never confirmed that she received this specific surgery, but it's impossible to hide the obvious changes in the shape and face conditions. Number 3, Lil Kim. For the past 25 years, she's been pushing the boundaries as a female rapper and breaking records. Lil Kim's also considered to have pioneered mainstream love-positive feminism in hip-hop and has carved a path for many contemporary artists like Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, and Cash Doll. In addition to her unique sound and lyrical matters, she's known for her breathtaking, flamboyant fashion style and advocacy work for various causes. However, the American rapper served as an unforgettable MTV moment that made heads turn a few years ago. It's tough to deny her natural presence and beauty. After her lip surgery and a series of facial surgeries, she became unrecognizable to fans. Literally, people at her concerts were like, "Hey, who's that?" This speaks volumes, especially in front of the people who adore you the most. It also means that Lil Kim had too much work done. Staying relevant in the scene can be challenging as more female rappers rise to fame. Unfortunately, Lil Kim's attempts to fix her perceived natural flaws took her commanding presence and gorgeous looks away. Number 2, Lindsay Lohan. Lindsay got her big break when Disney casted her to play 2 roles in the classic family comedy The Parent Trap. She She played twin sisters Hallie Parker and Annie James, who randomly meet at a summer camp and discover their parents split them up when they were babies. The twins then hatch a plot to get mom and dad back together, and it is a great movie. I love it so much. Her career only seemed to rise from there, starring in cult classics like Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Mean Girls as, the main character, Cathy Heron. Unfortunately, her character took a step in the wrong direction when she was arrested in 2007 for driving under the influence of a controlled substance, for which she served 84 minutes in jail. Yes, minutes. Some people spend years in jail, but Lindsay got a little warning because she's Lindsay Lohan. Until 2022, her career was at an abrupt standstill, and she decided to take that time to make some cosmetic adjustments. She got some work done to herself, and the little Lindsay that we grew up with is now trapped behind a thin layer of silicone. Number 1, Cardi B. Cardi B has never been coy about the plastic surgery procedures that she's had done. During an Instagram Live in December 2022, she talked about a procedure she had done to her butt years ago, and it gave her followers a word of advice while doing so. Following the birth of her son, Wave, in 2021, Cardi B said that people thought she had work done when in reality she had gotten surgery in August to have 95% of her bipolymer bum injections removed. She went on to say that you should do your research and listen to doctors, and not just with, injections, but also anything involving your rear and all the other plastic surgeries and cosmetic surgeries as well. Like, really, just double check your sources, people. In 2019, the rapper got candid about having to cancel and postpone shows because of the need to recover from liposuction. And on Twitter, she talked about having to miss work for 2 weeks because of it. That same year, Cardi also told Entertainment Tonight that she had a chest lift after giving birth to her daughter, Culture, and was unhappy with needing to take time off. So Cardi's biggest thing is not that the procedures are bad themselves, but with the recovery time that it seems to take. Well, fear no more, Instalift is probably on its way, which is, I don't know, maybe that's a thing. I'm not a scientist.